Hello Capricorn, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a 7 of Pentacles. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with that. We'll put it into some context. Here's the, oh, look at that ace. Yeah, a lot of good cards. I see that you've been maybe doubting a little bit. There's the Cancer energy. That is almost always in your readings. There's that Chariot. This is interesting. This is going to be good. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to pull from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just one card that we select randomly. We'll put the little horse on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end of the reading, right? And hopefully it will tie everything together, right? Give us the confirmation that we need. But let's look at these energies. Let's see what's going on here before we get too deep into it. Where's our major arcana? Just these two, huh? Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And we've got an Ace of Cups up here. Anyway, so we have two majors. We have fire, good fire right here. We have really good water, some interesting air, and some interesting earth here too, these three here. We're starting with the 7 of Pentacles today. Right? I think that you've been putting a lot of effort into something, and it kind of seems like you're not getting a lot of payoff. You're not getting a lot of reward. It's not profiting you in any way. But I don't think that this matters to you, right? The key word for this card is failure. This is the mystery of failure. We think failure is putting in a lot of effort and not getting anything back, right? A lot of work, little reward. That seems like failure. When we try and try and try, but we don't get our desired end. But I don't feel like you're looking at it that way. I feel like you're appreciating the experience, that you are doing this perhaps for a higher purpose, and that might be that Ace of Cups. Maybe we're doing this for love. You know, it could be that. We're not afraid of hard work. We're not afraid of getting in the mix, getting involved with life, getting into the dirt, and almost just playing around. We're not concerned with having the tangible object at the end. It's almost just fun. It's almost just play, you know. But anyway, I wonder what it is that we are doing or why, because there is this air energy. We see a lot of air energy in your reads. This is double air, in fact. This is the Prince of Swords, double air energy. And I wonder, this might have something to do with the air energy that was in your last reading, which kind of feels like we almost have, we've almost recruited this air energy as an ally, right? I think this represents all of that difficult energy in the past, which, you know, the air energy, it could be an air sign person, it could be a particular friend or family member that was causing some difficulties. Excuse me. But as we see, this is the air energy in the past. This was yesterday. Today, we have the strength to keep going forward with our work. This is the Nine of Wands in the Seven of Pentacles. We have the strength to keep going. I think we're headed towards some very good things. But it seems like this interfering air energy hasn't caused any problems for us. I feel it's almost as if we've recruited them for the ally. We've almost brought them along with us. Or, we see the Three of Swords here. I think there's a bit of a conflict. This is double air energy, right? Like I said, this is the Prince of Swords. This is air and air. There could be the one air where we're trying to use this experience, use this person, bring them with us, recruit them as an ally, right, to further our work. But there's also this idea that we need to let go of what this air represents. Now, I don't know if this is a person. I don't know if this was just a general, it could be doubt. It could be general confusion. But I feel like there was some kind of interfering thought energy, maybe from another person or just from ourselves. But to couple that up with the Three, this kind of shows me that maybe we're still attached to this a little bit. That it's time for us to understand what this air energy meant. Maybe it is a particular person. Understand what that experience meant, what that relationship meant to us. Understand that it's time to let it go. It's time to leave it in the past so that it doesn't affect our future. Maybe these cards here are kind of what's going on. Maybe we feel like we're not making very much progress right now because we're still holding on to this past relationship, this interference, this air energy from the last reading. We still continue with our work, but maybe there's just this idea of, I need to refocus my goal. I need to shift my priorities here. Maybe this experience, maybe we are understanding this experience and realizing that we're working for something higher, a higher purpose. We are doing this for love, essentially. I don't know if it's love for this particular person or this energy here, but it's through this experience, and this seemed like a pretty rough time, especially the Three, and this was in the position of the environment. We're kind of trying to understand what all of this meant. Maybe the Seven of Pentacles is showing that we're not working for the reward anymore. Now we're working kind of out of the, they say out of the goodness of your heart, but I think that's a way for people to just take advantage of you and not have to, compensate you for your efforts. I feel like you are working now to achieve something else. I think you're working to achieve this Ace of Cups, this real happiness, a meaning, a significance in your work. I think maybe this was confusion. Maybe this is doubt. Maybe this was a real problem relationship with someone, a friend, a family member, whoever it was, a coworker. Through that experience, you're realizing what's really important to you. And what's important for you is to have meaning and purpose and significance in what you do. This is what you really want. This is up above everything. It's on the top of the path of the dove. But if we look around, if we look down here, we see the Four of Pentacles down here. So this is showing me that while we do want a life that is significant and meaningful, we also want our work to have physical, tangible results. Right? We want the safety, security of this. Right? We want this stability, health and wealth. We want a good foundation. We want stable, steady ground beneath our feet. Right? So this is a steady career, steady relationship, steady family, solid health, right? solid financial situation. We want that, right? We do. So in that sense, all of this work now, it can't be just devoted to this. It can't be just devoted to this. We have to find a way to combine both of these. And maybe that's what we're finding here with the two. Maybe this is the strength that we need to keep working in this situation that may be more of a volunteer kind of thing, maybe an internship sort of deal. Something where we're not getting the full, complete Four of Pentacles or the complete earth energy, but we're not getting the complete water energy either. We're trying to find a way to have both. To really love what we do and for it to provide for us, to give us the security and the stability that we need. So it could be right now that we're doing a lot of work, we're putting in a lot of hours, but we're not getting the best of either world, right? We're staying the course, we're being strong. You have a strong work ethic, you're committed to this idea. And I wonder if that was the theme in the last reading. It was blending this kind of the spiritual and the mundane, right? As above, so below, trying to blend the meaning and the significance, the positive, rewarding experience, the love, with also the financial security, with the mundane aspect of it, right? Trying to blend the water and the earth together. I feel like we're still doing it. We're still trying to mix these together, you know. And as someone on the channel pointed out, the water and the earth is a very good way to make mud bricks, right? We need a little bit of fire energy, a little bit of sunlight, and that's how we can build, right? We can use that. And yes, we need the proper mixture. We have to find the right mixture, and maybe that's kind of what we have here with the 7. Maybe this is work that has a lot of spiritual component, has a lot of water in it, something that we find deeply meaningful, but it's something that also gives us a solid foundation. It's something that we can build with, you know, spiritually and physically build with it. Maybe this work that we're doing, if it seems like it's not producing very much, if anything, maybe we need to add a little bit of water into it. Maybe we need to find the meaning, find the connection with what we're doing so that we can at least build this stable ground, at least get a couple of bricks drying, right? And maybe this is the sun that dries those bricks. So it might actually mean a choice. It might be that we have to get some different earth energy, something that is going to mix better with this water so that we can make these bricks, right? Maybe this isn't it. Maybe the Two of Wands is saying that we have to make a choice. We have to decide a fundamental decision of will and spirit and conscious, a very aware and confident decision. This is the fire, right? Do we need to go in a different direction? Is a different career path, is different work going to be better suited to you? Are you going to find more water in a different place, right? Better earth, better water to make these bricks. So I think the choice is really about you staying where you are and trying to just stick it out, or move in this other direction where there's at least the possibility that you can have the earth and water and we can build. Because I don't feel, like I said, I don't feel like in this current situation you have enough of either one. We're trying to maybe find the connection here in what we're doing, but I don't feel like we are. And I feel like it's this air situation that is kind of giving us the perspective a little bit. You know, we always kind of we always reject the air energy. We always say, man, here's air energy in the reading again. But it has its uses. it maybe is leading us to the realization of what's going on here vertically, so that we can make a different choice moving forward. Because we have here the Capricorn energy, right? We've got the Knight of Pentacles down here, Path of the Serpent, your general energy. This is you being able to survey the vast open landscape, and you can see what you're building. You can see how all of the bricks are going. It's like that show Alone, right? You ever watch that show where someone's just out in the wilderness and they have to just kind of survive? They're just, you see, they look at their landscape. They don't know what it is. They've just kind of been dropped there. And they're just looking around and they're thinking, okay, I'm going to put a shelter here. I'm going to put a tarp going down this way. I'm going to do a little dugout kind of thing. I'm going to have a fire right here. And I'm thinking, I just see a bunch of bushes. I don't know how I would do that. I don't think I would do well on that show. But this, I feel, is your energy. You can see, you have this spiritual vision, which is the fire in the earth, right? Fire of earth. That's Capricorn energy, cardinal earth sign. Here's the representative of Capricorn. Then, like I said, we have the representative of Cancer here, which is exactly kind of your opposite sign, right? Your shadow and your main perspective there. So it's kind of shifted around a little bit this time. So I think we have now, with the air energy, especially with the Three of Swords, we have this new kind of perspective. We're able to see a different picture. We're able to see now how the water and the earth can come together and build what we're after, right? It's not just just a bunch of mud. We're seeing buildings. We're seeing this world growing around us. And I think it comes down to making that choice, right? And understanding the reason for all of this conflict, all of this difficulty. It was, I think, everything, all of this air energy that we've ever had in your readings has been trying to tell you something, trying to push you in a certain direction, trying to kind of turn you around and point and say, look, don't look at my finger, look at what I'm pointing at. And I think it's finally doing that. I think we're starting to our eyes have opened now, the scales are falling. We're seeing now, we have the spiritual vision. You're beginning to see what is possible for you. To me, that's amazing. Now, the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. This is in the position of what we don't want, oddly enough. We don't want luck. That's pretty literal interpretation. We don't want luck. We want hard work. We want to know that it was our connection, our wholeness, our vision, our sun and moon, our light and shadow, right? Light and shadow, Capricorn and Cancer. That it was our being that did this. We don't want to rely on luck or chance. We don't want to spin the wheel and see where we land. It's a conscious choice. It's a fully awakened, aware, enlightened choice of where to go to build the best bricks. You got to go where there is the best mud. But this is also what we do want, right? And this, of course, is that Jupiter energy. This is the faith, the hope, and the trust. This is us believing in ourselves, believing in the universe, believing that this is our destiny. See, we can't have luck and destiny, can we? I don't know. I know we don't want to leave it up to chance. I know that we want to make conscious efforts to do this. But I think as we do that, we're also creating an opportunity for the universe to resonate with us. We're putting our intention out there. We're making moves in the right direction. And the universe responds. I think that's the Jupiter energy. Trusting that when we put our good intentions out there, we will get a response. Yeah. And I think with this fire energy, with this integration of light and shadow, with this deeper understanding of circumstances and events with this air energy, and especially with this 9, with this connection that you have with yourself, with your spirit, with what you want, with your true self. I don't think anything can stop you, right? We end with that, with the Chariot card, of course. This is definite progress, definite movement. This is you committing to something, believing in something with all you've got, that you're willing to fight for it. With that fire energy, that earth energy. That, we may have thought that this was where we needed to fight, right here where we are. That this was where we could build. So we've been fighting for this. And I think with this air energy, we're realizing that we're just spinning our wheels. There's not enough, there may be too much water or not enough, just too muddy here that our chariot can't really get traction. We realize that this is just kind of silly. So it's just, I think we're making this decision. I think we're getting a move on with things. I really like this. I really like that we have the Chariot here at the end of things. And it could be that this is kind of your shadow side, that we're trusting in that shadow a little bit, right? Or thinks the shadow is something negative. No, it's just a personification of everything that is unconscious in us, right? Everything that is kind of the opposite of what we're thinking. So it keeps us in balance. It keeps us sun and moon conjoined. I think we're learning to trust in those synchronicities, those messages. When the universe resonates with us, is that our shadow kind of sending us messages? Is that our unconscious sending us messages? I think we're learning to trust in that kind of that instinct. And so I'm kind of reminded of George Costanza in Seinfeld, where he decides to do the exact opposite of what his conscious mind would do, right? And he ends up having just a terrific life for, 20 minutes. But in some sense, that's important, I think. And I think we're understanding that a lot through this air energy. That everything that you want or you think you want, everything that you know or you think you know, let's look at the other side of it. So we're doing the Capricorn and the Cancer combination now. We're understanding kind of who we are, who we think we are, or what our persona is, or who we feel we are, what our solar kind of energy. Then let's look at the opposite side of that too. We're being contrarian with ourselves a little bit. And I think that this is really creating a tremendous strength in you. Now we have to direct this strength to the proper destination for you to build your life. That's what we need now, is the way to make progress in the right direction with this strength that we found. Let's look at the mystery card. Don't want to forget about Mr. Ed. Thank you, little horse. This is either going to be the Capricorn card, the devil energy, or this is going to be like a 6, a 9, or a 10 of pentacles, preferably a 9 of pentacles, right? Because we've been putting in all this work here. This isn't quite doing the trick, right? We need a 9 of pentacles, showing that now we're putting in all this 9 of wands and we're getting somewhere. We're starting to build. We're seeing the buildings being raised around us. So I think if it's not the devil, it's going to be the 9 of pentacles. Probably the 9 of pentacles. No, it's the devil card. Yeah. So this is your card. This is the Capricorn card. So again, we've got this idea of kind of listening to our shadow. Now it's cool with Capricorn because usually the devil card is someone's shadow, but no, not for you. You have this innate connection with your shadow that it's just there naturally for Capricorns, I think. You have this this very strong connection with intuition and with instinct, you know. I think you know yourself in a way that no other sign really does without a lot of work. But the difference is, I think, that you don't like to talk about it, you know. Even with yourself, I think there's always this rejection of the air energy. You're kind of just the strong silent type. There is that knowing, that instinct, that intuition that we have to listen to. We have to sometimes be able to say it out loud, or at least say it in our heads, and follow that advice. Right? We don't like to admit it, or we don't like to intellectualize it. We don't like to put it into words, or maybe we just haven't figured out the right way to do that. But you have this connection with your whole being, right? And you know, we didn't talk much about the Ace of Cups. I'm wondering what kind of life you want to live. I know in the last couple of readings we had a suggestion that maybe you were doing some kind of mentorship, some sort of teaching, maybe some kind of healthcare work, or something holistic, or something that was meant to help or instruct or heal others. And now we get this water, this Ace of Cups. Now I'm wondering kind of what your best life would look like, what your real passion would be, you know. So leave me some comments, let me know if you want to. We're going to do an extended reading too, Capricorn. If you want to stick around for that, just click on the link in the corner. New readings come out every day at 6 a.m. Chicago time, so please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next reading. I want to thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.